Hey guys, Manny CA here. Wanted to go over a modification we made on a gun here on the Ruger new Vaquero that one of the guys at our club had. I guess after you're putting about 100, maybe 150 rounds through the gun just locked up. The cylinder would not advance. So we took it apart and we looked at it, and instead of sending it back to the manufacturer, just because it was a long drawn out process, he really wanted his gun for the competitions that were coming up. He shoots competitively. What we ended up doing was we removed what they call the free spin mod that Ruger puts on these guns. Basically what happens is on these new models, single action designs, when you're loading or unloading, you open the loading gate, and when you do that, it locks the hammer into place. So there's no way for you to accidentally have any kind of accident or discharge or any of that while you're loading or unloading. Now at this point you can rotate the cylinder clockwise. See? So what happens is the pawl is connected directly to the hammer, so it's in kind of like a down position. And what happens is the tip protrudes from the frame, and so when you turn it, you'll hear the click, 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 click. And what that is, let me show you. I've got a mod right here so you can take a look at it. What that is here's the pawl right here. Here's a pawl. What happens is the pawl kind of sits right here, and as you go by, you hear that. You'll hear that. That's kind of like it just kind of dragging. So when you try to reverse it, it kind of gets hung up on like the ratchet. See that? So there's no way for you to go back. Well, Ruger in their infinite wisdom thought that they make a design which would make it what they call the free spin pawl. And what it is now the pawl, this is the pawl right here, has a little lobe on the bottom of this. And what it does is as you're rotating it, actually what's happening is, from what I understand, from when I took this gun apart, it looked like the bottom of that started wearing a notch away on the bottom of the frame in the pawl slot. And it looks like it kind of hits it pretty good. When the hammer's forward, the tip of the pawl, it looks like it's sucked in far enough where it won't touch the ratchets. So what happens is the hammer goes through when you're shooting or dry firing, whatever. The lobe on this thing, on the pawl, bounces pretty forcefully off on that little, see, right here is where he comes out. You'll see it on this one. There, see that? That's the pawl. Well, the bottom of that is banging away inside the frame, and you're kind of wearing the frame out when you do that. So what we did is we took out what they have here called the plunger, the spring, and the set screw, and you'll see where that sits on these new guns, right in there, right where that hole was right there. And you use a 1/16 inch hex wrench, and you can access it from the back. You don't have to take the gun apart. You'll see when you cock, let's see if we can get this on film here. You've got a little bit of the screw is not here now, we removed it, but you'll see it right in here when you open it. Use your screw, your hex screw, pop that sucker right out, and what that'll do is, let me show you. Now you've got a free spin gun. And contrary to what you might have heard, it's not dangerous. It doesn't affect the accuracy at all. And if anything, you're kind of saving wear and tear on your gun, because the pawls, is really hard metal. So usually it's the frame slot that keeps getting battered on the bottom in here, keeps getting battered by the bottom of the pawl. So what you're doing is you're kind of dinging it up. So now when you open the load, you've got, look at that, back and forth, clockwise and counterclockwise. So if you're loading, when you're shooting, just boom, 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 boom. So, and if you miss one, go back. There's nothing that binds you up. So, if anything, I think this is actually a really good mod to make because you'll save a lot of wear and tear on your Vaqueros. Now, any of these guns that have this, you can do this to. I know I think some of the Blackhawks have them. You can do the same thing on the Blackhawks. Remove the plunger, the spring, and the Allen screw. You know, I know that my buddy, he's already put a couple hundred rounds through it. No problems. We don't think there's going to be any problems. You know, the plunger, that thing has just gotten away. I'm sure Ruger did it. They had it in mind. It's there. I know a lot of guys might criticize this design, and a lot of guys might criticize what we did by taking it out. But take a look at it next time, and you'll see marks. You'll see marks from the plunger over the ratchets. And you're moving the plunger. You're actually wearing your cylinder less. And along with digging out, you won't be digging out the inside of your frame as much. So here's a quick tip for you guys, especially you guys into cowboy shooting. I know, or anyone who just loves a single action. They're fun guns to have, and these little, kind of like these little tips and stuff, make you guys have a little more enjoyment out of your gun with less wear. So, until next time.